Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Code Canvas. In this JavaScript exercise video, we will talk about immediately executing set interval with JavaScript. So, set interval function is a very useful JavaScript function which we use in daily routine when we write some JavaScript code, whether it's a plain JavaScript or an Angular or a React. But it is a very common use. So, recently I had to use the set interval and I had to call set interval function immediately and then continue the execution. So what did I do in that case? The conventional and best way to immediately call a function at the beginning of set interval is to actually call the function before the initial set interval called. So what I'm talking about, let's see with an example. Let's say we have one function, some function, okay, and yeah, this is some function, and I'm setting it in a set interval, some function, okay, and calling it at 2000 milliseconds, right, every 2 seconds. So if you truly want to isolate this function to call the set interval, you can use a trick. What trick? The trick of self-executing function that returns itself. So let's see what I'm talking about. Let me add comments. Yeah. So let's say I'm calling set interval function. As usual, there will be a callback function. Okay. Here function, let's say some function, the function name is right here. Before that function ends, let's call it immediately, and let's say give it a 2 milliseconds, 2000 milliseconds, it's 2 seconds, right? So here let me add comments. So use some named function, okay, write down your logic for function. So here it is, your logic. Okay. Next, you will return the same function, some function. Okay. You will return. You will not call this function. You will return this function, and what it will do? Return this function. Okay. And after that, I will call self execute this function. So here we will call this self execute function here using this bracket. Okay, so this is the one way which you can use set interval, call the same function within this set interval function. Okay, so the downside to this pattern is that it causes a maintenance issue where the next developer or someone else doesn't understand what is going on there, right? So maintenance is very important part of being a good developer. So at the very least, documentation is required. You might need to create a documentation, and you might create a helper function that you can create a helper file and write down this helper function and add some comments or documentation so that you can show the next developer or someone else who read the code that you really want to have a self-executing set interval function. So that's the way you can achieve this. So guys, this is all for this video. I hope you like this video. Please give me a like if you have learned something new today. If you want to see more videos like this, you can visit my channel and please subscribe. And that's all. Thank you.